Vasant Rajar. Vasant sir.
Sir, are you ready, sir?
Yes sir, yes sir.
Yes, sir, it's audible, sir.
Yes, yes.
You can start, sir.
Yes, no issues. I can start. Okay.
Okay, sir. Some participants are still drinking.
No problem,
Okay,
no
okay,
problem.
sir.
I shall start
Okay,
meanwhile.
good morning, participants. A warm welcome to all. Still, some more participants are joining now. So today, subject expert is Dr. K. Udaya Kumar. He's going to take about session of IoT cloud security. So now I welcome
Yes sir. Thank you sir.
Ms. S. Devanayagi, madam, sir, and give you the
Sir, very good morning to one and all present over here. So, hello. Hello.
Yes ma'am, yes ma'am.
Sir, good morning, sir. So, a very good morning to one and all gathered here. So, it's my immense pleasure to welcome our today's resource person, Dr. S. Udaya Kumar, sir. So, sir has around 20 years of experience in teaching and research in various institutes under the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. So, sir has completed his PhD in the domain of trusted cloud computing in the year of 2017 with highly commendable reviews at BS Abdur Rahman University, and so he completed his master's in engineering in multimedia technology in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering at the prestigious College of Engineering, Anna University, Chennai in the year of 2003. So sir completed his Bachelor of Engineering in the Department of Electronics and Communication, so at the RMK Engineering College, University of Madras. So he is an guest faculty for training Wipro Technology faculties and conducted workshops in various institutions. So he has published around 20 international Scopus indexed journals and more than 50 international conference presentations across prestigious universities of India. So he has an H index of 3 reviewer for 3 Scopus indexed journals and chaired 2 international conferences. So presently, sir is working as a professor in Savita Institute of Medical and Technical Sciences, Chennai. So once again, I welcome you, sir. I'll
Thank you
carry
ma'am.
over the session to Dr. S. Udaya Kumar, sir. So welcome, sir.
Thank you ma'am. Thank you ma'am. I'll take over the session. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, is my presentation viewable?
Yes, sir, it's
yes, sir.
visible, sir.
It's
No
viewable.
problem,
Okay.
sir. You can proceed.
Thank you, thank you. Okay. Good morning to one and all present over here. One second. I am hearing a feedback. I mean, the audio is not good. Just a minute. Hello.
Yes, sir. It's audible, sir.
No, it is audible for me. The issue is I'm hearing my own voice twice. I'm just checking. Okay, fine. Now it's fine, I think. Let me proceed straight away. I hope the presentation is visible. Yes?
Yes, sir, it's clearly visible, sir.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Okay, fine. The topic that is going to be discussed is on security, and it's not just about simple security, it is on IoT security. Why it is so different from your normal web security or application security is an interesting thing because nowadays your devices, your IoT devices are increasing in terms of billions in each and every year. So we need to concentrate on how our environment, okay, our environment is filled with lots and lots of IoT devices. You would have already finished 2 days of this HTTP sessions. So you would be right now knowing various devices and other uh, communication protocols, etc. So I'm going to just concentrate on how this IoT security is going to boom in future and why we need to step into the research domain of IoT security. Okay, just look into this particular um, graph. You can very well see that almost it is increasing by 25% every year, and the spending, okay, the spending of companies towards this IoT and the cloud security is enormous. So with this, we can come to a certain kind of conclusion that there is a requirement in terms of the device security as well as in terms of cloud security and how you are going to protect this particular devices. Okay, and you may wonder whether your mobile phone, which almost everyone is having, comes under this IoT security. Yes, obviously, because our mobile phone in fact has got n number of sensors ranging from gyroscope to accelerometer to even nowadays magnetometer, and n number of small sensors are inbuilt. Okay, and sooner or later it will be one of the primary device for monitoring our own health, right? So that is one of the objective, future objective of the mobile industry as well. So keeping this into considerations, we need to focus on the security aspects of IoT. So with this, I've told why we need why the security is so popular, and in fact why we need to go. Actually, the problem is the Internet of Things is totally insecure. This is the major problem. It is totally insecure, and anyone can attack any device, small devices, etc. Okay, so the primary agenda is initially to identify what are all the securities and basics of just small informations about Internet of Things, and then I'm going to push towards IoT security. So let's start with this simple securities. So these are all the things that is very common. Just a brush up of what is the basic securities. Securities can be classified in terms of physical security, personal security, operation security, communications, network security, and information security. So what we are focusing is towards information security, because physical security is protection, personal security is ourselves, operational security in terms of industrial perspectives, and communication security, we can quite a lot of do it, and network security is quite famous, and information security deals with protection of information and its various critical elements that is required. Critical elements in the sense the data that is generated by the IoT devices, where it is getting stored, how it is going to be transmitted, whether can we able to hack or get the informations while it is getting transmitted. If the device information that is being stored properly in the cloud, can it be safe? These are all the things that deals with information securities. And you can see that there are variety of this security concept, and the most prominent one is CIA triad, that is confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So under this, various kind of security aspects comes into force. You know very well, this is absolute basics of CIA model. And obviously, when it comes to security, the CIA model is the one and only stuff that we need to take care about authentication, and we need to authorize the right person in order to make sure he is the right authority, and is can be trusted or not, and then finally availability. Okay, and once we get deeper into this, you will I may go deeper into kind of digital certificates, X9 or 9, etc. Okay, so security versus safety. So safety is all about protection, whereas security is what we need to consider, because it deals with malicious humans actively search for and exploit weakness in the system. This is the problem. Even though it is well and good, um, we have a lot of security systems. Every day there is an update patch coming for our Windows operating systems. Every day there is a update for Ubuntu or Linux environment. Even why those updates and patches are coming? Simple. Someone is hacking, someone is taking information, and someone is trying to uh, access safe servers just for fun. This is what is happening. And let it be, you can consider that what if the device is lost? That means the device information is lost. Of course, what can be done with that particular information? So, you know very well about this password hacking, getting hacked, and that's credit card being hacked, and nowadays lots of problems related to mobile banking and internet banking. To be very precise, yesterday, exactly yesterday, you can see it in the newspaper that every day there are around 3 lakhs attacks that is happening in India alone. Okay, 3 lakh attacks, and almost 375 number of cases that is being registered daily. Okay, every day almost 3 lakh attacks. Okay, well and good. India is yet to join into the force of the world with related to IoT and cloud, but still we are far behind. But even in such a situation, almost most of the attacks and most of the cases that are booked is related to this mobile banking security and etc. Uh, it will be sooner or later you will be coming across news saying that people hacked this mal's Wi-Fi camera, or they entered maliciously into the uh, safe deposits and opened the secure locks, etc. Variety of stuff we will be coming across. Okay. So this is all about security. Now let's get into deeper into what is IoT. As you would have already seen about Internet of Things, it is a cyber physical ecosystem. It is an ecosystem. It is, yeah, we cannot just say that it is a device. Okay, of course, it is a device with sensors and actuators that are working together, but it is an intelligent decision making device, not just a normal device. It is always connected to the internet. So once it is connected to internet, it's totally out of our control. That is the major problem that we are going to face. Okay, as long as the device is within our home, absolutely well and good, fine. Okay, once it is accessible and once it is out of bound, or it is visible to even more than 2%, then it is a problem. Okay. Obviously, you can just see, you can just switch on your Wi-Fi in your mobile phone. You can see lots of people using, who are all the people using Wi-Fi, right? And even for Bluetooth. Nowadays, Bluetooth is not used much in when compared to 10 years before, but nowadays Wi-Fi is the next generation. Okay. So once 5G revolution comes into force, surely almost maybe in your college and our college, mostly we may remove this LAN cables, etc. Literally, okay. There is a whole lot of problems with respect to LAN cables, etc. So we can just like that connect all our devices to the 5G network because of the speed at which it works. Okay, it is almost equivalent to our present day LAN communications, right? So let's get deep into what is Internet of Things. It is a network of physical objects, devices, vehicles, and appliances which are embedded and that can act independently without human interventions. Okay, it has to act independently. Then only it may be coming under IoT. If we keep on controlling what needs to be, say for example, in our mobile phone, we switch and off our sensors. Okay, we have some controls towards the sensors, and most of the sensors in our mobile phone is out of our control. For example, the light sensor. Okay, once you close or put it in your packet, light sensor detects and immediately the light is off. Okay, the display is off. Okay, these are all not in our control, but many of the controls like your GPS, your gyroscope, speed, calculation, everything is in our control. Okay, so what internet tells us that it should be totally independent. Once you install in a particular location, it should act independently and it should in fact think independently. That is what tomorrow's topic, I think: artificial intelligence and internet of things. Okay, so it should think independently and behave like something like it can take a decision. Okay, and this decisions is market driven, right? It is market driven. And once it is market driven, there are a variety of market barriers. And one of the most prominent barriers is this: security. So, security and privacy concerns, right? So, these are all the hot areas with which your market is, I mean, market in the sense the business perspective, right? That you need to take up. Okay, so we have seen about sensors with related to our healthcare. These are all variety of sensors that may be in future in our mobile phone. Okay, your pulse oximeter became very famous during this coronavirus period, right? And sooner or later, that may be in our mobile phone, and glucometer sensors, etc. Everything will be there. Sensors and its supported actuators from the crux of this IoT. So one of the main use cases of the sensors, okay, is the actuator. Just imagine your sensors detecting the heat and send this detected signal to the control center, and the center commands some sort of action, and maybe the sprinkler trips and puts up the flame, and this you can see it in your offices and colleges in where there is a fire alarm mechanism. Okay, and of course, can it act independently? That is one question that you can pose. And what if there is a false rate? Okay, that needs to be prevented. And what if someone doesn't automatically make the fire sensor on. That is about security. So we need to know exactly what needs to be done. So here is another use case. Insulin is getting pumped based on the continuous glucose sensor. What if this device doesn't work? That is again another issues. And what if there is an additional insulin that is getting pumped? Okay, instead of if this glucose sensor doesn't detect properly, what happens? The reading is not proper. The control algorithm doesn't work properly. Okay, it doesn't mean that I'm not saying that there is a security issues in that. I'm just saying that there is a malfunction. Okay, so in this particular case, what if this control algorithm doesn't work and the insulin gets pumped too much? So that is one problem. Okay, and again here there is an advanced mobile phone that maybe identifies the contents or the date and time of this egg, etc. Right. So this slide is very important because this is what the flow of communication of Internet of Things. Okay, you have your device hardware that is going to be controlled by a device software, maybe an operating system, a small operating system. You will just say it as a tiny operating system. Okay, and then there is a communication protocol like MQTT, HTTPS, etc. Okay, and that relays the information from the software, that is from the operating system or the application layer, and then it goes directly to the cloud platform. The problem with IoT is that you cannot install or you cannot uh, work without cloud environment. That is the major problem. Okay, if you are going to install some 100 or 200 devices or even thousands of devices, you cannot have a separate server and monitor and everything. You need to go cloud for its own advantage. You know very well. Cloud has got its own advantages like cost, majorly, and flexibility in use, anytime, anywhere, right? Variety of features are there, cloud. Okay, it has become almost 10 years since cloud boomed and it is now in the stable state. Now it is the season of IoT, machine learning, and blockchain. Okay, even blockchain based IoT is being connected through blockchain is again one interesting topic, such environment. Okay, so when I say variety of communications, you need to know the protocols that are responsible at each and every layer, right? So at the bottommost layer, you got your sensors, and most of the sensors form as a device, sensors plus actuators, and this forms the gateway, right? And this gateway involves the sensors, maybe PLC controls with RS-232, our very old, still survives, RS-232 cables, and maybe through USB or wireless networks, and then the next level link protocol layer. That is where our most of the protocols, our well-known protocols like your Wi-Fi, Ethernet, your Zigbee, your Dash protocol, which is specifically for multimedia. Okay, and then your Bluetooth and RFID protocols are responsible, and then you go into the transport and internet layers with IP version 4 and IP version 6, and then you have got your IP version 6, uh, low power wireless personal area network. This is very important because this low power personal area network, this particular transport protocol, you can, lots of people are doing research. Okay, how to enhance the uh, capability of the devices, or how to provide security in low power, and how to use this version 6, etc. And sessions communications, these are all nothing but our own security related communications. SSH. And then, okay, until then, this area, it is all about communications, right? Remember, until this area, it is all about communications. Once it is communicated, okay, and it has reached, and it is going to reach the data storage, okay, here. See, you have got your device and it is being communicated and it is going to be get stored in your cloud platform. So who is going to collect the information, right? Someone has to collect the information. And keep it in mind, IoT is not just simply about storing some small chunk of data with respect to some thousands or 10,000s of data. The data will be in terms of millions, okay, lakhs, millions, and even more, right? Once such a kind of data is coming, your regular data processing mechanisms will never work. So you need to go with some sort of advanced streaming process. Okay, advanced streaming process, stream analytics. That is the idea. So once you go into streaming processing, then it is all about Flume, Apache Kafka, your Storm, and this rapid MQs, etc. These are all the data aggregations and processing elements. Okay, and don't think that these are all something out of our reach. You can just download, install in your machines, and you can just process it. Okay. So once this data processing is done, next it is about storage. Again, you will not see your very own Oracle, etc. You will be going with Hadoop. Now Hadoop is more or less standardized, and what people nowadays use is this MongoDB and HDB and Mesh-base. Okay, and then you go with your visualization and analytics, device management, etc., etc. And I will show you live information related to device management in AWS. Okay. And now coming to security aspect, you can see that in every area you need the security and privacy. Okay. So these are all the asserts, IoT asserts. Asserts in the sense the responsibility of a particular entity like infrastructures, applications, informations, and who is going to make the decisions, supports, okay, etc. So these are all devices, and these are all the infrastructures that holds the devices, etc. You can just go through this at the later stage, and the intermediate. This is where our most concern is cloud. Without cloud, as I am telling you, without cloud, it is very difficult to store and process whatever you feel needs to be processed for your IoT components. Okay, next. So, as I told you, analytics. Without the very purpose of IoT is to come out with a conclusion that what is the outcome of installing this IoT. For example, I put a water sensor. The conclusion is whether the soil moisture is good or not. If not, sprinkle water. As simple as this. Okay. Take for example fleets. Amazon has got a simple idea. I hope most of you would have checked your, once you booked your gadgets or something, you would have checked where is the parcel is in your Amazon tracking. Okay, track your parcel, track your order, and it will showing that it will be there somewhere in Haryana, and it would have reached the destination of some warehouse in Gurgaon, and from Gurgaon it would have reached the airplane cargo, and then it would have reached again in Bangalore, and then it will be coming to Chennai, and then it will be moving to various locations from Chennai. Okay, and how this is being getting tracked? Is someone putting an entry? Yes, no one. Okay, in fact, no one is going to enter the data. Yes, this parcel has come, reached. Okay, nothing like that. Everything is automated based on the location identity or based on the information, that is the tag that is associated with each and every parcel or bulk of the parcel. Okay, everything is automated. So, and this is one of the well-known market for IoT. So there is inbound analytics and out of bound analytics with related to HP. I sourced the information from HP, and they use almost Wipro is the number one company that uses IoT to the wide, as of my knowledge, um, in India, and then TCS also uses it, and they have a separate innovations lab for IoT exclusively. Okay, so well and good, everything is fine, but the major issue, let's focus on to the major issue. One single breach can destroy the whole business model. What is that? It is all about security, and it is well known that there is no security in IoT. Why? Because IoT revolved only after cloud came into the picture. And earlier we had variety of devices, firmwares, and these firmwares are, once you install, it is very difficult to update. It is not like our laptops or our desktops, just click of a button, there is an update or there is a patch sitting over and getting it installed itself, like what Windows is doing. Okay, every day some patch will be getting installed without your knowledge, right? That cannot be done with devices. It's very difficult. It can be done. I'm not saying it cannot be done. It can be done, but you need to initiate some process. Okay, and most of the network designs initially were private communication, and now we are suddenly moving it to internet communication, making each and every device connected to internet. We need to put IP protocol layer on top of those devices. So what happens? The problem is, the issue is how to do that patchwork. Okay, and low security devices from early design are still out there and are used in compatible fallback mode. Okay, absolutely nothing. Low security devices. Now let us just go through some major hacks that has been done. Okay, so I can easily hack a smart lock that is very easily vulnerable. Okay, and what if your pacemaking device is getting hacked? Okay, pacemaker is for running your heart uh, smoothly after few people get installed it after this open heart surgery, and nowadays it is being connected to healthcare industries directly. Okay, and what if that may is hacked? And I will show you another slide where space making software has got almost 8,000 flaws. Okay. And what if this is another, this car, okay, self-driven cars. Almost it is on the road nowadays. It is no more some fantasy content. Okay, it is already running on the road. And what if someone away, someone out of the car controls it? Okay, and in recent movies also we have seen this kind of control. Okay, and what if this connected devices, especially where this kids, okay, these are all news. This is not something that is possible. What I am showing you is that has been already done, hacked, right? So that is kids recorded. I mean, the dolls automatically records kids conversation. Okay, right. And these are all some of the major hacks that has been done. Hacks in the sense some of the malicious programs that are targeted specifically IoT, starting from your 2008. Okay, Hydra, tsunami, etc., etc. There has been there has been attack, but after 2014, we know that IoT became very famous, and it also came into our syllabus also. And during this particular attack, Mirai attack, um, everything, everyone focused on this particular domain. Okay, and in between, I just want to ask you one question. Can anyone tell about this attack? Open question to all. Anyone can tell about this Mirai attack if it is already taught in day before yesterday and yesterday? Can just make a note of that. Is anyone having an idea? Please unmute and just tell about that particular attack. Yes, I type it in the chat. It is Mirai IoT attack. You can respond in the chat also. It should not be always a one-way communication. If no, please respond also. No issues. There is nothing wrong. You just make a response. Shall I consider it as no and just proceed further? Okay. Um, this attack is very interesting because the person involved is an Indian. Okay. And what he did is he just hacked all the what to say, your cameras, okay, your circuit CCTV cameras and small IoT devices, and he made a simple program with a simple logic of hacking the password. And you know very well, this is a general problem we are still working on. Okay, you can just ask any system administrator. He will always have one common username and one common password. Okay, user at 123, welcome at 123, right? Or college, for example, for me, Savita at 123 or Excel at 123. These are some of the very common things. This is simply a dictionary attack. We just used this simple dictionary attack to access the devices. Okay. What happened was uh, the program is capable of getting installed into the memory of that particular device and deleting itself. Okay, in the storage. So it starts executing that particular one. So once it starts executing, it just clones itself, right, and push it to the next device. And it keeps on pushing and making a DDoS attack, distributed denial of service attack. So this has become so even those students, okay, in fact, Paras Ja, I think one of the Indian and another one, two fellows, totally three fellows. Those students literally don't know this particular the effect of this, and they left it. Okay, they thought that it is doing something, and in meanwhile, almost one part of one particular country in Europe shut down. The internet got shut down because it was transferring somewhere in terms of terabytes of data. Okay, so just imagine your internet is able to transmit speed or capable of carrying in terms of gigabits. What if it carries terabytes of data? Okay, and the number of devices reached from 100 to 1000 to lakhs to millions in 2 days. And rest is history. This becomes one of the hottest topic of study for IoT security because and those three fellows, okay, they immediately see, you can see that 20th September to 21st October, almost half of the internet is gone in few countries. Okay, and instead of those fellows, three fellows, instead of surrendering to the law enforcement, they did a wise method, that is, they published the code, open source. Once it is open source, they seems to be escaped, and the history. Now they are working under FBI, CIA, and all those top companies. So what they did is simple synchronization attack, acknowledgement floods, UDP floods, HTTP gate and post attacks. Simple, as simple. Okay. And the beauty is that this particular virus was once it has been put, get the code for this particular thing, and you can try it out maybe. Okay. And few people also replicated, and that also become history, right? That is what this clones, Hajmi, etc. Okay. So this Mirai malware is one important step that changed the world. Okay. Next is where and all there is a possibility of attacks that we are going to concentrate. 10 most possible areas. I will, for research, I'll just focus later on. As of now, industrial facilities. Okay. These are all real incidents. Okay, why we need to learn these real incidents or security issues is that when you take up a problem, for example, when you need to write a paper or go into research, you need to understand where is the problem related to security. You need to mention clearly what security issues that has caused these systems to get shut down, right? Without knowing that, it is very difficult. Okay. So various industrial facilities in Germany got hacked. And as I told you, two cyber security experts hacked the Jeep. Okay, and they controlled it for the stunts of Wired magazine. And once the problems, just look into the problem. Okay, the Jeep, almost 1.4 million vehicles were recalled to do the patchwork, right? The question here is, can we do the patchwork through internet solar? That is major question that arises. And if we are going to do, can it be successful? Okay, this is one major research area that many are focusing on, because nowadays cars are having some thousands of devices controlling various sensors and actuators. So if any sensor is at fault, can we do it just sitting at the desk? That is one major thing. Then video surveillance cameras, well and good. That is well known in more we have seen in 30 years before or 40 years before in your movies and all. And IoT enables spying and potential for warfare. Okay, this is one interesting stuff, because the Stuxnet swarm, okay, almost shut down Iran's nuclear facility. All Iran's nuclear facility was shut down during some 3 or 4 years before, and they blamed on Americans and vice versa, and almost it lead to now still this war is going on. Cyber warfare between Iran and US is going on, and similarly, there is kind of things between North Korea and South Korea that is going on. Okay, cyber warfare. As of now, I don't think we have been affected in this particular area. Power grids, buildings, you will be having lots of sensors in buildings nowadays. You can see latest buildings with more than 1.5 crores or 2 crores buildings just install some basic uh, facilities related to IoT and just getting in terms of lakhs. Smart city programs, you know very well. Coimbatore, I think, is a smart city, has got a smart city program. Um, and Chennai, they pulled away because it's not so good. Okay, so these are all some of the major smart city programs, and these are all the vulnerable areas that we need to consider. And you can think of in research perspective, where can this vulnerability be occur? Okay, and then medical devices, I've already told you, what if the pacemaker is hacked? What if the sensors that is connected to the person is being hacked, etc. And aeroplanes has got thousands of sensors. It is a huge topic, and retails. Okay, you can just like that try and hack your barcodes, etc. Now, getting into security attack on IoT infrastructure. Okay. So why this topic is most essential is, this is for researchers. IoT attack scenarios. These diagrams may be helpful for understanding the necessity to go for a backdoor installation. Okay, you identify a target device, exploit the vulnerabilities by know the ports. Okay, each and every device will have an IP address as well as the port number. That is nothing but your socket. So you can just put an IP angry scan. Okay, you call it as an IP angry scan, and you can find out the ports that are open. Once you come across the port open ports, automatically this Mirai malware is also, the first step is to identify the open ports that are available in that particular device and then entering into it. That is the idea. Okay, and then compromising the network, put a backdoor installation, modify the firmware, The device is compromised and it will be in the control of the hacker. This is what happening. And you can also inject botnet or some excesses, that is cross-site scripting or some command injections can be done. Okay, this injection may be some this mm, boot virus, and you can also access and install a particular script into it. And this is a well-known movie, almost 10-12 years before itself our Hollywood are hacked traffic cameras. Okay, so why target IoT device, right? IoT devices can use limited version of general purpose operating system. Okay, they don't use any latest operating system. They just use your normal Linux. One of the very famous is your tiny operating systems. Okay, and your Pi, Raspberry Pi has got its own OS, Linux-based OS, and some devices may not support security clients. Okay, if you take up 10 years before Raspberry Pi and Arduino boards, no security. Okay, literally no kind of security, no key exchange, no credentials is being thing, no X509 certificates, no TLS, etc. Okay, and some manufacturers lack security experts or don't care about security. That is major problem. And you can always say, does our colleges, institutions, okay, even though they have installed the cameras and etc., can it be hacked? Okay, just ask a student and give a project, he will easily hack it, right? And manufacturers to use create once, use many times strategy that helps to propagate a vulnerability across many devices. So what are all the vulnerabilities? Okay. Uh, I need certain questions. Anyone can have a question, please post it in the chat. Then I will continue. I'm speaking alone. Okay. Yes, yes, I need some sort of interaction, please. Because what I have told you is just about basics. Now we shall get into the core aspect of security. Okay, I just want to ask one question. What is this SQLI? Please, someone can answer. SQLI, XSS. I need an answer from the listeners, please. because these are all the research areas of attacks that you need to consider. Anyone interested can just post your answer in the chat. Yes.
SQL injection method, injection technique only, sir.
Yes, yes, SQL injection.
It's mainly used for the attack data-driven applications and for malicious statements and all.
Yes, very good. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. And similarly, you have got your another kind of attack, this forgery. Okay, this is a cross-site scripting request forgery. Okay, it is an attack that CSRF that forces an end user to execute unwanted actions on a web applications. Okay, some kind of forgery that can be done. And cross-site scripting attack is very famous, and this is very common attack. You just put a script, okay, and take over or manipulate that particular information. So these are all the obstacles. The solutions are uh, don't allow the default username and password. This is what this Mirai attack exposed. And always enable some sort of a lockout mechanism for the uh, security feature. That means one kind of security feature should be working for only a few minutes. I'll show it in Amazon. Some security features will work only for one time, and another security feature will expire in 10 minutes. Okay, after logging into it. Number two is insufficient authentication and authorization. Okay, again, same problem. There is no two-factor authentication. Nowadays, we are very happy that every time there is a transaction that is happening in our internet, it is requesting our OTP. Okay, and it is also very clearly stating that you should not share your OTP, because this OTP is simple. Okay, it is just a mechanism hashing function. Okay, through using this four digit or 6-digit OTP, it can anyone can backtrack and get give you the thing. Okay, so that is one important. But nowadays, in India, no one is doing such a kind of stuff. It is very easy. They just make a phone call. You would have got it. Okay, just make a phone call and get the OTP also. And third one is lack of transport encryption, TLS. Okay, TLS and SSL. SSL is a previous version of TLS. TLS is very, very important. Without TLS, it is absolutely foolish to install an IoT device as of now. Okay, even a web page without TLS, it will is very harmful. Okay, that is why it is always in your, when you browse also, you have to always check into and see whether your there is a TLS certificate authorized. But to my understanding, no single institution, colleges or universities has a TLS certified website. Okay, of course it is HTTPS is certified, but no TLS is being guaranteed. Privacy concerns, major problem. It all depends on our own thing. And insecure cloud interface. Okay, cloud APIs and cloud-based web interfaces are very essential. And major problem with IoT is this upcoming technology called edge computing and fog computing. Okay, what this edge computing and fog computing suggest is that don't go with the cloud. You just keep the analytics or some secure information within your premises and send unsecure information to the cloud. Okay, this is some issue. And it also says that do not ask the cloud to connect the IoT device. Your IoT device should connect. This is one important research area. Okay, please. Um, those who are doing interested, please listen. Do not make this IoT device being connected from outside. Okay, it is the device that has to be connected to the cloud, right? Then only you will be having a control over the device, right? And insecure mobile interface, weak passwords, no two-factor authentications, etc. And insufficient security configurability. This is another major task. And insecure software and firmware that wholly depend on our own initial configurations, and poor physical security. This is about it. So part one is all about security issues that we have seen, and attacks on IoT, and various vulnerabilities according to the Open Working Group for Security Project, OWASP. Okay, it is a huge body that is governing the security for IoT. Okay, let's focus on towards your IoT security architecture and various research domain. This is part two. And once we focus on this architecture and research domain, I will move on to with few introductions towards IoT in Google as well as IoT in AWS. So success of IoT depends on securing the integrity and confidentiality of IoT solutions. And we are at risk. So modern IoT is very complex. Almost most of the industry is nowadays connected to cellular networks and cloud applications and backends. And we have got a huge focus. Okay, we it is far ahead. Sooner or later, in your room that you are sitting, most likely your temperature may be monitored, your firing alarm system may be doing its own job. Okay, and you maybe your smart watches and mobile phones will in turn monitor your health activities, whether you uh, really need or not. Okay, inevitably we will be pushing ourselves to use it. That is the uh, kind of stuff we are forced into. A normal mobile phone, you don't have any advanced healthcare gadgets. Okay, what if a basic 5,000 rupees phone has got some sort of a healthcare applications that monitors your temperature, that monitors etc. other factors? Obviously, you will be forced to use it, and it is our nature to keep on peeping into what happens yesterday, what happens day before yesterday, and etc. And ultimately, some abrupt conditions will or changes we will be seeing in our own body. Okay, so this is your basic reference architecture for your IoT, not the security architecture. Okay, your reference architecture deals with various devices at the bottommost layer, and once the devices are being managed by the device manager, across various message brokers and aggregators, then you need to process it using various analytic softwares. And people, research people, your focus will be towards this particular area. Okay, that doesn't mean that here and all your focus need not be there. The problem with this, you cannot too much sit on decode HTTP and MQTT stuffs during the communication stuffs. Okay, so what you can do is you can collect the information, aggregate, put it, and create your own message broker and your own analytical software. This is very related to consideration of security. Then it has got a lot of problems, starting with device security to your communication security to your storage security. There is security issues are huge. Okay, that is the reason why it falls at every location. Identity and access management is a basic area. Okay, this is with respect to Azure, Microsoft Azure. So even if it is Azure, they use Hadoop Kafka only. You can see it. This is IBM's IoT architecture. Just have a glance. It's not my uh, thing to explain it. I'm just uh, making you aware that various devices needs to communicate with the cloud, and there needs to be an edge service. I told you edge computing or fog computing. Okay, before going into the cloud fully, you need to always have a edge service at the edge of the infrastructure before getting into the provider's cloud. Okay, and every device will have a device registry and a device management features, and every device will have its own identity service. Okay, these are all a whole lot of other research areas. So let's focus on to the six principles of to uh, secure devices, secure communication, secure cloud, and secure life cycle management. This diagram I have already presented to you. The user is interacting with the device, and there is a gateway, there is a communication, and this communication leads directly to the cloud. And that is the need why we always focuses on cloud security and cloud along with IoT. Cloud IoT does not, as I'm repeating it again for the third or fourth time, IoT does not sit independently without the help of cloud. It is very difficult. If it is going to be done, then it is uh, old aged type of device controls. Okay, let's proceed one by one. Device intelligence. Sorry, secure devices. Secure devices has got two things: device intelligence and edge processing. So first is secure device layer. So how many of you have heard of this TPM, Trusted Platform Module? I just want to know because there is one whole world of thing. TPM, Trusted Platform Module. Okay, people who feel that, okay, people who feel that it is something we have not heard of or we have just seen it only with respect to security, when we learn about security, For contained information, it is there in your machine. Okay, and a few machines have got it, and other few machines it has not been installed. It is a hardware chip. Okay, it is a hardware chip security that tracks each and every contents, passwords, credentials, certificates that go out of your machine. And nowadays, business people prefer laptops with TPM chip for your. I'm just stopped the presentation, and I'm just moving on to run to find out whether TPM chip is available or not in my machine. I know it is not there. I'm sharing my entire screen. Just run command tpm.msc.